You're listening to
Hot Sauce Sports with Mo Cohen, PZ Delarice, and Terry Tam.
I now know that I'm on with a spy, depending on who's the captain of this ship. That's probably a bad thing if this podcast is supposed to go viral, isn't it?
Cordero Patterson like grabbing some shanks, gentlemen here, and I quote, "I'm a grown man. I don't need nobody blank in my balls, my face."
In my teenage years, I'd get back from high school, I'd smash 2 pizza pockets. Carmelo Anthony never learned you can't live life just smashing pizza pockets.
Because he lost a double bet, what I did is I cut a jalapeno in half, and I filled it with hot sauce. So he's going to have to slurp this down.
Why you give me a fucking banana, dude? I'm not eating a banana. I'll rather piss in my mouth than eat this.
Okay, so there we go. Stop stalling. Let's go.
Now, here are your hosts, Mo, Terry, and PZ.
Welcome everyone, you are listening to and perhaps watching Hot Sauce Sports. I'm your host, PZ Delarice, and I'm joined by the direct descendant of Santa Claus, Terry Tam.
I can't hear you.
What about now?
It's like weird.
You're weird. How
I mean,
about that? I see your thing's not plugged in. Your
No, it's plugged in. I
mean,
can't hear anything.
Yeah.
I heard the music very vaguely before. Say something now. Oh.
Hi.
It's weird because there's this button on my new headphones, and then as soon as I press it, everything's loud.
Okay. It's a loud button.
But when I release it, it just goes back to normal.
Hold it. Like, it's like when you're about to feel release, but then you hold it. Do that with your headset.
Do that just harder.
Yeah. Hold on harder.
Oh, wait. There you go. Okay. Oh, we're kind of good now.
A dude who never lets us go is our producer, the Eagle at Master Control. He's here. And Monster Graphite himself, Diesel, is not here in studio today. His schedule is getting intense. But hopefully in the new year, we'll be having him in studio more frequently. So we're here, though. And it is our last episode before Christmas. And I am just running out the clock. I am showing up to work every day and taking a knee. You know what I did today?
What did you do today?
I
watched the impeachment hearings because that was interesting.
No, it's too
Did
much
you watch
thought
it, Eagle?
for pre-Christmas.
It's awful.
Did you watch it though?
Some of it's awful.
But you expected. Like the thing is, the problem with you, Eagle, is that you.
Problem with you, Eagle.
You are a comment section. You are the lowest rung of humanity, and I mean that as an insult. So I hope you took it as such.
Thank you.
No problem. But the thing is that I can't do it. Like I had this conversation today with someone, and he's like, because we're going to see Star Wars on Saturday, and which Hot Sauce review coming out shortly thereafter. And he said, I love reading the comments for Star Wars stuff because I love laughing at how dumb people are. And I was like, I actually get depressed reading commentary. So similarly, I can't watch the impeachment hearings because I can't imagine that an entire nation of mostly educated people not only elected, because it's not just one person. All of it is broken. Yeah. All of these people that represent a great nation, our best trading partner, our closest neighbors, and I have friends, family, and stuff in the United States. I love the United States of America. Yes. I go there often. It's awesome.
Absolutely.
That said, how are all these fucking idiots running your country on both sides?
See, I should have just lied and said I didn't watch it.
Yeah, this happens to me often, Eagle. This happens to me often, where I'm in amidst conversation. Where we're talking about movies, and I like movies. I watch a lot of movies. I watch a lot of
segue.
TV shows. It was great. Eagle man, high five. You're almost on air camera, on air talent.
This is awful segue.
I was thinking about this today. Are there times where people ask you about movies that you should have seen?
Oh, 100%.
But you lie about it because you don't want to have the conversation about how you haven't seen it.
Yeah.
I have a few of those. The one glaring hole in my movie arsenal for a guy who likes these kind of movies and the kind of actors in this movie, you're gonna imagine this to be difficult to understand. But I've never seen A Few Good Men.
A Few Good Men, is that Tom Cruise one?
Tom Cruise.
With Jack Nicholson.
You can't handle the truth.
Yeah, I just quote that line anytime anybody asks me.
It's a very good point. I haven't seen it either.
Nice. There we go. Do you lie about it though?
I you know what? I don't remember. I mean, I for sure have said A Few Good Men is a good movie.
Yeah, right. And then you don't know if it is. But you've seen it on every list.
He was amazing in A Few Good Men. 100% I've said that. 100% I've seen
I also haven't seen Cocktail, the other
No idea what that is.
Tom Cruise movie. It's supposed to be good. I've never
Yeah.
seen it.
I haven't
You go.
seen.
Okay, I'm the same with Lord of the Rings. When people say they've seen Lord of the Rings,
It's
I'm
a-
like, oh, I love that. I seen the first one. That's it.
It's a documentary on walking. You didn't miss much.
Yeah.
What's that Christmas movie that everyone always talks so much
Elf?
about?
Die Hard.
Die Hard. That's the one. Yeah.
You've never seen Die Hard?
Of course, I seen Die Hard.
Okay,
I've only seen. I haven't
Yes,
seen all
I
three
have
of
seen
them.
Die Hard.
there's 5.
Ho ho ho! I have a
So
gun.
I haven't seen. I've only seen 2 of them.
1 and 2.
I think so. The one where the guy he takes the ice pick, puts it in his eye.
I want to say it's 2.
Yeah, I think it is. And then 1. I've seen 1 for sure.
But yeah,
Best one.
yeah. It's the best movie, followed
See,
by
I just
all
put-
of the Fast and Furious.
I just did
movies.
it. I said the first one's the best one. I hadn't even seen the other 3,
But it's the best one.
but it's the best one.
I've never seen, other than the first 48 or so minutes of The Godfather, I've
Yeah.
never seen any other parts of The Godfather.
Now you've triggered me.
Oh, yeah, what the fuck,
It's
man?
so fucking long, man. It's so
So
long.
good.
Okay, but you don't watch.
But you know
the-
what's weird is I like Duke told me to watch The Irishman.
The first and the second are the best. Are good. The third one's not
I was
bad.
enjoying the first.
The first one is really like
I like
classic
this-
cinema.
The second,
yeah.
the second one's my favorite though.
I like the first one better, but I also like the second one. The
I
third
like
one
the
is
second
shit.
one because of the story of Don Corleone with Robert De Niro. I like that.
When
Yeah,
I
but I
first-
like the
when I
first
first
one
got
for the
Netflix-
artistic evolution of the character.
that's
man.
true.
When I first got Netflix, it was on there, and
Yeah.
I was like, "All right, I'm gonna finally do this." And the problem is, due to some pharmaceutical help, I fell asleep earlier than I wanted to.
I think
48
I'm on
minutes
that.
in.
I think I'm on that pharmaceutical help right now.
Yes, you are. You are.
You can actually smell it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought Joshua Gordon walked by, but no, so then I said, okay, I'll watch. You know when you like put something in your queue on Netflix? I don't
Yeah.
even know if that option still exists because
Okay.
nobody ever watched something in their queue. But yeah, so I then put it in my queue, like I'm gonna get back to it, and then watch 2 and 3, and then never got back to it until I wrote down the thought for this segment. That's the next time I've thought. But I've always lied about it. Like, I'm having 3 is such a letdown. How can you do that after the first 2 are so great?
So,
And then people are so mad about the third one, they just talk over me,
Did
and I
you
can
watch-
leave the conversation.
so did you watch The Irishman?
No, because it's 3.5 hours.
So apparently you can watch in like 4 different episodes.
See,
now?
but so I'll literally watch 4 hours worth of TV shows and have no problem.
Yeah, there's
but for some
actually-
reason, because it's a movie, I can't do it.
No, but it's true though. People would rather watch 4 5-minute YouTube videos than 1 20-minute YouTube video. It's 100% true.
I feel bad falling asleep in front of like a movie or something that I actually wanted to watch. I'd rather just fall asleep in front of like CNN or something.
Because it's boring.
And with that,
The news.
Eagle's setting us up.
Seriously, I don't do anything today. Is this because I'm sick? Thank you, Eagle.
This is what happens when you don't when you're ill. Your brain stops working.
Terry, it's the news.
Yeah, fuck it.
How's it going, buddy?
Not bad. I'm gonna make an attempt at writing notes this time.
Notes about
If we fuck up or a timestamp that we want that I want to record or like put out there. I put it there on purpose.
Yeah, for those who catch I've actually come to experience that a lot of people have told me they don't watch the whole show, but
Yeah.
they'll catch the clips. They really like the
Yeah.
clips. Terry is the one who puts the clips
Well, it's
together.
been a couple weeks, but I haven't done it. Yeah, but I'm back into it.
back into it. But people seem to respond to that. Again, your whole thing on like people like the shorter format. So.
It's 100% true though. People love to watch short clips. Like we were just watching the Gridiron Heights things, and they're short, they're quick.
It makes you wonder
Sorry.
though why it is, considering that people watch these short clips, why it is that the New England Patriots need to keep filming so often. And we have video of them filming video. Guy, it's mind blowing.
I knew exactly where you were going.
I know, I saw you shaking your head.
I was like, no.
It was this, I see you getting upset, so I draw it out. I make it long.
And you're he was in the press box in front of everyone.
This comes courtesy,
Have you
obviously,
seen
of Fox Sports.
Have
I
you seen it? Yeah,
it.
I've seen it. I've seen it.
There's more to it than that.
Right, there's a confrontation there with the Bengals and that Patriots employee. And I want to show right now we have exclusive footage of this confrontation. And you see right here, the Bengals, their security guys actually filming what the Patriots are filming. And that was their sideline, their substitution. There's actually 8 minutes of this on the tape. But this is where things take a turn for the Patriots.
And this is a piece you're filming on your advanced scout? Yeah. Yeah. Come on, guys.
I love the
I don't
silence.
see the advanced scout in this footage.
No, it's not. We were trying to get some field perspective. It's my bad.
That's my
That's not
bad.
the field.
So he knows he did something wrong.
That's why you would think you could take that.
I didn't know. I didn't know.
But I can delete this right here for you.
Okay, so he knows he did something illegal.
No, it isn't, because we.
I love that line. Laughs, and then he says, "The damage is done, my friend." It's like when my mom used to give me shit when I was a kid.
Okay, but if you're the Patriots, why? If you're the Patriots, why are you spying on the Bengals?
So that like
It's like out of all teams to spy on.
You know, when I first heard Tiger Woods was addicted to sex,
Yeah.
and I was like, addicted to sex, that's not impossible.
That's
you just
normal.
like you just like getting
sex.
it wet.
Yeah.
But then when you saw some of the girls that Tiger, I mean, I'm
Yeah.
sure they're all beautiful in their own way, but I was like, no, that's addiction. This is the same kind of thing. This is some of the cocktail waitresses that the Patriots picked up at 3 a.m.
It's
you know.
it's not a good look, man.
It is not.
Really. Like before you can kind of say, okay, maybe they did, but everybody does it, whatever. But you're just getting caught red-handed like that.
But so here's the other thing. So I kind of understood when it happened 10 years ago.
Yeah.
With the Jets. The Jets were at the time.
It was 10 years ago?
Yes, 10 years ago.
Spygate.
Guy, Rex Ryan hasn't coached in a million years.
Spygate was...
Eagle, find out when Spygate was. Yeah. But it's about...
Was it Spygate? Yeah, Spygate.
Yeah. Also, let's stop calling things gates.
Gate. Yeah. I mean, what's it a gate to?
2007. September 9, 2007.
What? We're talking 13 fucking years?
Yeah.
You said December 9?
September.
So, okay, 12 years?
Spygate would be in high school.
For you.
We're not dating it. It's just 12 years old.
What
okay.
the fuck? And he's still doing it? It means that he didn't get caught all these years because he never stopped doing it.
So, and the thing is that at the time that happened, there was a report that came out about what the Patriots staff was instructed to do when... If they ever got caught,
and
they're instructed to say they were with Kraft Television or Patriots Television. They're instructed to say they were making a documentary about advanced scouting, like all the things he said. They're literally trained on how to lie. And the other thing is, 10 years ago there was still a lot of hand singling and like the changes of personnel. But now like you have coaches that are there just to watch personnel groupings, and like. You can't. There's nothing you could steal. Like all coaches cover their mouths. All of it's done through electronics and headsets. What's even the advantage? Are you just doing it because you're addicted to cheating?
The hell's that? Oh, weird.
It is an episode of Star Wars Rebels that was playing on my phone an hour ago.
So, okay, yes, I agree with all that. Why? It's fucking. But it's the fucking Bengals. If you know you're doing something illegal, okay, you're doing. I don't know why. I'm just about to write something. My medicinal therapy stuff have kicked in. If you know you're doing something illegal, why risk it on the Bengals?
No risk it, no biscuit.
Sure.
This is the second time this year the Patriots get caught on film.
But they can. Yeah, exactly. They can not do this for 6 games a year.
Yeah, the other time was Robert Kraft getting a hand job.
I got it. Yeah, I got it. Yes.
Did our audience get it though?
Wink. Wink for the listening audience.
Don't waste it on the Dolphins, the Bengals. What I'm thinking now is that maybe Belichick isn't that great of a coach if he has to spy on the fucking Bengals.
But the thing is,
but the signals,
famous.
What are they getting out of it?
But that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like you can't even. There's nothing you're getting out of it that you can't get out of just having a coach assigned to watching film and watching personnel groupings.
Because everything is done through this,
and everything's already filmed. Like the what's it called? All 11 cam is shared amongst the league. They all have access to it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's how scouts do their jobs, right? And to their point, they want to see scouts doing their job.
Yeah, exactly.
Advanced scouts.
Watching advanced scouts.
Yeah.
Very weird.
It is the strangest thing. And
it's the dumbest.
I don't understand they're famous for data collection. They're famous for preparing more than anyone else. But like this just seems gratuitous and wasteful and nonsense.
Gratuitous. Word of the day. Let me write it down.
Yeah, write that.
I
feel like every show I need to teach you a polysyllabic word. Second word I taught you today, polysyllabic.
That's next week's episode.
Drew Brees broke the touchdown record on Monday.
Yeah.
So here's the thing. I don't know why I don't find Drew Brees obnoxious.
He's the best. He's so nice.
It has to be, right?
And even with his pregame stuff, I love it.
Well, but a lot of it's over the top.
It's very organic, though. You think it's over the top? I think it's very organic.
I mean, a lot of it looks kind of scripted. A lot of
like what?
Like all the things he shoots with his 19 kids. Like we make fun of Phil Rivers with all his kids. Yeah. We don't make fun of
Phil Rivers, he doesn't really post them anywhere.
No, but anytime anytime they cut to it, on camera, where they're occupying 3 luxury booths, But the thing is, with Drew Brees' dad, and then there was how much has the Hurricane Katrina stuff been overplayed like for years?
Oh my god!
Hey, look, Hurricane Katrina was awful, right? And those victims, luckily the city's recovered, and hopefully, the people that survived, awesome. The people that died, it was awful.
But they extended it though, because the guy that made that play the day they came back from the first game back from Hurricane Katrina was what's his name? I forgot his name, but he ended up getting ALS. So then they started like using him as the promo, which created, it still kept that connection to Hurricane Katrina. So they kept on continue playing the Hurricane Katrina through this guy.
Yeah,
it's long. It's been long.
Plus, like, I can't even tell if he's attractive because that weird scar, it's all I can see.
Well, it used to be a black mole before, and then he had a surgically removed, so it's just a scar.
I feel like it wasn't really surgery. Him and his friends got drunk.
And they just, like,
popped each other to, like, pop it out. Just take a little pocket knife.
Oh, my God. It's such a weird thing. Try and pop a mole.
Yeah.
It's disgusting.
I can imagine.
That's you
end up with a weird face scar.
I said I would let that girl that flashed in the World Series, I'd let her shit on my face, and I'm disgusted by the thought of touching moles.
Would you let her peel your mole?
I'd let her peel mine, but I wouldn't touch hers.
Oh, because you don't have to look at it, right? That's not bad.
Yeah, it's because you don't have to
right.
feel it. You know? Moles, and those big moles like Drew Brees had with the hair coming out of it.
Yeah. So that's the thing. I don't know if it's
disgusting,
attractive.
man.
You can't throw a ball through like a sheet of toilet paper, but for some reason that ball travels 90 yards with no problem.
It's
most
crazy.
vertical passer, and he's got no arm. I don't understand it.
He's also extremely accurate.
Yeah,
it's crazy how accurate it is, and it helps that you have a guy like Michael Thomas. Michael Thomas is unreal.
Yeah, absolutely. But what's interesting is there was a couple things I'll talk about from that night, and neither of them are the record. Although congrats to Drew Brees' record. Booger McFarland.
He's awful.
I see what you're doing, buddy.
He's awful.
I see what you're doing. I don't know if he's awful because I think we need to have him on the show.
He's awful.
Check out Booger McFarland using the teleprompter. That's one, that's two, and there it is. And like the little overhang, we know that's foreskin, bro.
Yeah.
We know that you know. We know that you know. That's how quickly you erase it off the screen.
Yeah, why do you have to circle the players that are there? Just like kind of dot them.
He did on X's, or just circle the area that you're trying to indicate.
Yeah, because we see the two white features on the green screen.
Yeah. On the green surface.
Yes, we see.
I'm colorblind. I could tell. The next thing is, Lou Riddick said something. He said about a defensive pass rusher, he's an all-day you-know-what. And it occurred to me,
what did he say?
I don't know what the fuck you're saying.
What was the word?
No, he said, you know what? So I figured we need to try and guess.
Okay, what is it? All day what?
All day you know what? Like, what's the expression? Like, the first thing I thought of was all day motherfucker. Like, all he does all day is slay moms. But I don't know that as an expression, Terry. I've never heard that in my life.
I'm trying to figure out, like, what would it be? All day.
Like, all day pain in the ass. He would just said all day pain in the butt, right?
Yeah.
So it has to be something really vulgar that he can't say on TV.
What do you normally say after you say all day?
Every day.
He's an all day
son of a bitch?
All day son of a bitch.
But what does that mean?
It means that he's just there all day. And he's a son of a bitch all day. It's tough being a son of a bitch all day. You know, it's very... People don't appreciate a good son of a bitch. And son of a bitches, they don't get the credit they deserve.
Yeah.
And when you're one all day, it's tiring.
You wake up, you push your plant on the floor for no reason.
Yeah, you're a son of a bitch.
Yeah,
so you're basically a cat.
You feed your pets food they don't like on purpose.
Son of a bitch.
You pack yourself a lunch you're not even like.
You go all the way to the end of the merging lane on the highway to cut people off. You're a son of a bitch.
Yeah, you do it on purpose.
Yeah.
You laugh while you're doing it.
Yeah. You
get to work, people say,
smoke cigarettes and you throw the cigarette out instead of putting it in the trash right next to you. Son of a bitch.
All day is a term in the kitchen, isn't it?
All day, yeah. So maybe he's an all day vegan chef.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe as he was pushing the plant over, it was to go into his pot.
Yeah.
So that he can make breakfast.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Eagle, what are you thinking? All day what?
I was going to say maybe he was going to use the N-word or something. Just because he couldn't, clearly. And he didn't even want to try to make people think it was that.
Like, I mean, Lou Riddick's one of the guys I can't picture. It doesn't seem like that's his bag kind of thing. There's other analysts and stuff. You can see them saying that kind of that so stuff's more racially motivated. I just can't. Lou Riddick, I don't know. Maybe he's just too polished that I don't. see
he's
it.
a very
like I assume
that
that's what he is.
Yeah, like Randy Moss saying it is different. Is what
Yeah.
I'm trying to say. Yeah, I get what you're saying. I like Lou Riddick though. He's actually a good analyst. So he's an analyst. Is
what are we deciding? Because from now on,
I think
that'll be an expression on this show.
I think all day son of a bitch is a good
all day
one.
son of a bitch.
All day
Eagle,
son of a bitch.
I love you. but you're
Or
an
all
all-day
day
son of a bitch.
What about all day vegan chef? That's a good one.
all day vegan? That's alternatively. Like,
Yeah,
let's say like we have a lady in the studio. We don't want to upset her.
Yeah.
So you want to call me that, but you don't want to upset her.
I'm gonna say you're an all day vegan chef,
And I'll be like,
and you'll know what I mean.
fuck you, I love meat.
Well, you technically still don't know what I mean, but
no,
you'll know what I meant.
Exactly. I know that we both don't know what you mean.
You know the reference of the time we didn't know what it meant.
I know that you didn't know what you meant when you were saying that Lamar Jackson wouldn't be a pro quarterback.
No. Okay. Can I defend myself?
Yeah,
I was supposed to
transition,
defend
Terry.
myself last week. So we have
He's now beat Mike Vick's rushing record. Oh, and by the way,
amazing.
he leads the NFL passing touchdowns.
So no, what I
is the other crazy thing.
So what I said is that I think he's gonna have like a short career. I mean, I don't think he is now. Now I've changed completely. I think
Well, also to your defense, he's added like 40 pounds of muscle.
yeah, exactly.
Like,
he was also very skinny in college.
He looks like
He looks like a
Cam
man.
Newton now.
He finally
almost.
looks like a man because he looked like a 16-year-old boy getting drafted.
He looked more like RG3, although not playing style. Like he's safer with his body than RG3.
Oh
was.
yeah, for sure. RG3.
Like, the thing is that people don't like. How often do you see Lamar Jackson get lit up?
He has also 4 offensive linemen that are in the Pro Bowl.
Yeah,
or 3.
Yeah.
So he has a good team around him.
And like, basically, like Mark Ingram was a superstar running back.
Oh,
that we did
is a superstar.
Is, but we we didn't give him credit because he's playing with the Saints who
Oh, no,
throw
no.
a lot, and then when they didn't throw a lot, they got Alvin Kamara.
He was a first-round pick for me in a fantasy draft this year. If he fell to me, but he didn't fall to me.
Really, you didn't fall to you in the first round. You
Yeah,
played with
yeah.
some bad fantasy.
Oh, no, I'm
winners,
telling you,
'cause I
like-
would not have drafted in the first round.
Oh,
By the way,
I would have. Oh no,
3
no,
leagues,
sorry.
3 finals.
I'm in a keeper league. So
Oh,
we
keeper,
keep
okay.
3 players. So our
That's
first
fine.
round is our 4th round technically.
That's fair. That's fair. Then in that case, yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like, the amazing thing to me is, I liked him as a passer. I watched him a lot in college because again,
Yeah.
he was the buzz that year.
He was very good.
And so getting to watch him, I said, you know what, Louisville doesn't have a lot of talent.
No.
And he's dropping dimes all over the field.
Yeah.
Some of the for some reason,
That
and it had to do
video,
with
that
his
video
footwork.
of like the sidearm under the defensive lineman's arm.
Nonsense.
It's like you don't even see the laces. It's such a perfect spiral.
Yeah.
It was crazy, man.
And that's the thing is he's like the comparisons to Michael Vick and the comparisons to RG3. Like I get it.
Not RG3.
I get that they run fast. He's a better passer already than Mike Vick ever was.
RG3 actually had Michael Vick and RG3 both had decent arms. But when you talk about pure passer, Lamar is he's
it
better.
looks natural.
Lamar to me, even in college, was a pocket quarterback. He wasn't
Pocket
a guy.
adjacent.
Well, yeah, pocket. Yeah, the pocket sometimes moved.
Yeah, he threw a lot.
Not a pocket. He threw from the pocket a lot. Like
Yeah.
he wasn't just reliant on
But
his feet.
the one thing is like short timing routes, and I think it had to do with footwork.
Yeah. No, he's good, man.
Like
He's
he
fucking
couldn't do that, but he could hit it past downfield. And so what's interesting is John Harbaugh was like, "Well, I could teach footwork. I'm
Yeah.
a coach. Let me coach." I love that. Like these
Let me
guys,
do
these
me.
coaches get paid millions of dollars. Like, let me draft the sure thing that I think I have to do zero
or
work
let
on.
me draft the guy that has one thing to fix, and we fix it.
Yeah, and like, but that's what coaching is. Why else would you have a job if you didn't need to fix anything?
So do you think he's an MVP automatic?
To me, there's nobody who comes close to him at this point. Like,
No, listen. I mean, I agree. I think he's.
I know what you said, Russell Wilson.
Yeah, and I saw Colin Cowherd talked about it today or yesterday, and he kind of listed all the Pro Bowlers that's why I knew how many Pro Bowlers they had on the offensive line. He listed all the Pro Bowlers that the Ravens have in general, compared to what the Seahawks have.
So here's the thing.
So are you? Is he really the most? Because it's the most valuable player to your team. Who's more valuable to the team? There's team success. Russell Wilson or Lamar
I have
Jackson?
proof there's Lamar Jackson.
Okay,
I
what
have
is it? I don't
proof.
know. I don't know. I'm
Want to
just
know what the proof is?
What?
I have one statistical piece of proof.
Rushing.
One number. Number 5.
Which is?
Joe Flacco played behind that offensive line last year.
Yes.
MVP Lamar
much.
Jackson right there.
But imagine you're so bad that you
Pen
won.
drop, mofo.
You're so bad that you won an MVP for somebody next year that took over your team.
In fact,
Yeah.
Joe Flacco should be the MVP.
Yeah, exactly.
For not being on the Ravens.
Yeah, co-MVPs. Lamar Jackson for being on the team.
The one
And Joe Flacco.
the one
for not.
argument I would see, and he's never going to win because defensive players don't win MVP.
It's never happened. Ray Lewis.
Okay, yes.
Did he win?
I believe he did.
Can you check if Ray Lewis ever won the MVP?
He's just like, he makes a face like, I don't know. Like, yes, we know you don't know, Eagle.
Yeah, we know. It's not math. Or it's not Bulbasaur.
Bulbasaur.
He did.
There we go.
Or 2005, I want to say.
In a different
trying
league,
to
mind
find
you.
It was. He won in 2001.
2001.
Yeah, that's after he stabbed people.
That's pretty.
You're right. He was
very
on.
impressive.
He was on the cover of Madden of 2002.
Yeah.
It's true.
So the other case I would make, but he'll never win, is Gilmore with the
Stephon Gilmore?
Patriots. Yeah.
Corners is tough though.
But
corners is
he's allowed 0 touchdowns.
No, sorry, it's
he's
2000.
scored 2 touchdowns.
He's crazy.
It's insane.
2000 he won it. I'm sorry.
2000. Okay.
Yeah.
He's a plus.
Insane. That no corner does that.
There's no corner has ever been plus touchdowns.
Yeah. Exactly. Like Deion Sanders never did that. I think if you included his
It's crazy
his
how
kick
good he is.
returns, he didn't do that. Like,
Yeah. Stephon Gilmore's good, man. But it's tough. He has to get some votes. But it's tough not to go with 2 quarterbacks or even Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah.
Who has been lights out this year. He won't win.
But the team success will play into it.
Exactly.
Although I don't think it should, because like you can be valuable to your team even if the team's not good.
It's tough because if let's say the running back for the Bengals had 2,000 yards, they have 1 win.
But let's say
that would never happen because it
but
just
let's say a
doesn't work.
defensive end has 38 sacks
And
you have 0 wins just because the offense can't move the ball. It's not your fault.
It's tough.
It's not your fault.
You're winning the defensive MVP. You're winning
Yes,
defensive
100%.
player of the year for sure.
You go to the Pro Bowl.
Yeah, but in that
You're
case,
eating honeys.
there's
like-
obviously extreme examples, but for the most part, they're going to give it to a team that's in the playoffs.
Yeah, for the most part, we all hope Josh Gordon gets the help he needs. He's been suspended again by the NFL.
It's
so you and I
tough.
fall like
It's
you
tough.
you and I we're I guess we're both kind of pro player. More so than more than the average person.
We're anti-establishment.
Yes,
That's for sure. Yeah.
We are. We're both more pro player and more anti-establishment than most people.
Yeah, because we don't care about that all-day son of a bitch Roger Goodell.
Yeah, exactly. That all-day vegan chef, Roger Goodell. But the thing is that when you read the bile on the internet about Josh Gordon, I'm like, the thing
Nobody
is,
knows what he's going through.
My thing is he must be a very, very good person. The reason why is that Antonio Brown, who's always been more talented than Josh Gordon.
Yeah.
He can't get a job right now.
Yeah.
In the NFL.
He gets referred
He's in his
a lot.
prime.
He's the type of guy that's like, listen, he's a great guy. We just couldn't work with him anymore. If you have a spot on your team, you should take him.
I happen to have on good authority that the Browns took a lesser offer from the Patriots to send him to the Patriots because they wanted him to go to an organization that was set up to help keep him clean. Like the discipline on that team and like the role models and leadership.
It was a perfect scenario for him, and I think it was too quick for him. But it's also imagine being rejected by somebody, and then they're sending you somewhere else to get fixed.
Yeah.
So it was probably tough on him.
It's look, the worst part is he's had other addiction issues in his life.
Yeah.
Right now, the thing he's being suspended for is something that we know scientifically helps you heal your body. Has far less side effects than the things that are legal for these players to take.
I'm being healed right now as we speak. My body is healing.
But dude, I literally read articles 3 or 4 articles this week about the healing potential for CBD.
Yeah.
And THC, but specifically CBD on like your joints and swelling and
remember
and
we had
bones.
Rob Streck on at one point. He was talking about it and the whole thing.
Like, Vita.
Yeah.
So Rob Schremp, skillsy man. What a guy. He has a company. He came on. It was probably it was early on.
Yeah.
It was like episode 5 or whatever.
After Super Bowl, once we go more hockey, we got to get him back.
Yeah,
It was
I'll
awesome.
talk to him again.
But yeah, it's like people.
But so he has a company that's about CBD, and he fought mental health, and he had to he used CBD and marijuana to help himself, and he talks about that openly. And Josh Gordon doesn't talk about it openly, but he acts on it openly, and that's the worst part. MLB just were you about to say it?
Go ahead. Yes.
So
So
the MLB just passed that they're going to eliminate marijuana from their drug testing.
Yes, because it's nonsense.
Because it doesn't make sense.
Because it's also legal in many states.
The UFC, Nick Diaz and Nate Diaz have started this whole movement. So after a fight, Nate Diaz was smoking like a vape, and at a press conference, and they're asking, "What is that?" He's like, "It's CBD. It's to help me with inflammation or whatever." And then it opened this door, and USADA started getting into it. Dirk Nowitzki, he works for the UFC now, where he does like all the drug testing for the UFC, and they're very stringent on steroids and stuff like that.
They have to because of the gambling, because of
exactly
the gaming commission.
But they took out they don't test for marijuana anymore. Well, they do, but it's very slow traces, and they are sponsored by Roar Cannabis, which is CBD. So they provide CBD to the athletes.
So here's something interesting.
And that's the hardest fucking sport in the world. is to be a professional fucking cage fighter.
Yeah.
And they're allowed taking CBD. But the NFL isn't.
The NFL always acts at this moral high ground, and they're shaming their own players in the limelight. When you consider the MLB's removed it from their testing program.
Yeah.
The NHL doesn't announce when players test positive for recreational drugs.
Yeah.
The NBA doesn't disclose publicly. They do test for it, but they don't. They disclose it first to the player. First offense to disclose to the player. Second offense to disclose to the team, and it's at team discretion to suspend Deion Waiters. But the only league, to do this publicly, is the NFL, and it just seems like nonsense. Like instead of being partners with your players, you're creating more and more divisiveness, more and more friction between management and the player base.
Yeah, I mean it's recreational for most, but now how open people are with mental health and things like that, and they know the benefits of CBD and the inflammation, and it helps people with Parkinson's and nerve issues and anxiety and depression, and the list goes on and on and on. All the things that it helps you with, and the fact that the NFL is not doing anything about it, it just screams conspiracy theory for me, and it's clearly because they're able to prescribe shitty fucking drugs that kills people. Literally kills people.
Well, that's the thing.
Has killed people.
It's like, so what we're saying is, first of all, the synthetic drugs that have very harmful effects, you're making that okay.
Yeah.
Secondly, the fact, like, the
I
prescribed
wouldn't
drugs.
say that the weed isn't synthetic. I mean, I just smoked some gelato cookies. Like, that's pretty synthetic to me. I mean, it was made. It was. I mean, they put a female and a male together and they bang them, and then I get high.
No, but there's some that are like K2 and stuff that are completely synthetic and chemical and have some pretty adverse effects, and also like just the painkillers that destroy these players' livers and
just oxy.
minds.
Man, people get addicted to oxy.
Yeah, and they're highly addictive. I have
a family member who's on oxy right now, not because he's addicted, just because he has
it's awesome.
crazy back pains. No, crazy back pain. He can't work, can't sleep, anything. So he has to take it on, and he's like, it's running out. My prescription's running out in a couple of days, and I'm gonna have to go through withdrawal.
How do you think Luka Doncic's prescription's doing?
I think it's doing great this year.
Well, he's in Dallas also.
Yeah, I think he's on the way.
Texas is legal, is it not?
That's a good question.
I'm not sure, to be honest.
I know.
Yeah, that's why
I'm asking you to research.
Get off my...
Guy, you're not doing anything right.
A lot of commercials.
You're not doing anything right. We steal stuff from the internet, okay?
This is what we need to do. Yeah, they are. So Luka Doncic, his prescription is good because he is going to win the MVP this year.
Well, he's going to miss a chunk of time, though.
Why?
You didn't see this injury?
Nope.
Oh, so you weren't watching Heat Mavericks? It's a good game, actually.
JB, that's his 22nd this year, and a steal off the deflection by Bam, and Doncic is hurt. None on the other end missed. Finney Smith with a rebound, and Doncic is on his knees under the basket. He is hurt and is clutching at his right ankle.
Yeah, his right ankle area. He pulled up lame and just ran out of bounds there. And boy, it has gotten stone cold silent here in Dallas.
For sure, man.
Everyone waiting to see what's going on with Doncic.
In Dallas,
Luka Doncic, who played in 72 games last season. He hasn't missed one this year. And that right now is the franchise. Doncic averaging 30 points, nearly 10 rebounds, just over 9 assists, and he is going to hobble off and head right to the Mavericks locker room.
Boy, that is a big loss for them. Over 30 points a game, almost 10 boards, and just over 9 assists. He just does so many things. He's got the ball in his hands the majority of the time on the offense, making it happen on his way to the basket here. Ooh,
stepped on Nunn's foot. Look at that right ankle. Oh, my.
That happened to me.
That was not a slight twist. That thing rolled on him. And, John, it's almost unavoidable.
Turn off. Oh, yeah, that used to happen to me. Or it still happens to me, actually. I have weak ankles. It just...
Well, so...
It's been...
Spicy meatball!
My ankles are, like, really weak, so I rolled it the other day at hockey, and it still hurt. The other day, it's been like a month, and it still hurts.
Well, I had a severe high ankle sprain about 5 years ago, and the doctor at the time said, "Man, you should have broken your ankle next time." And it's twice a year.
It just
for the last 5 years.
The weather change.
Bang, gone.
Weather change.
Just gone.
Yeah.
And it sucks. And like, you know, obviously they have whole other levels of recovery and
it'll be fine. It'll probably be like 6 weeks. He'll be out for 6 weeks.
But like 6 weeks is enough to cost him the MVP.
Is it? No, I don't think so. Basketball, they look at points per game. They look at all that stuff, and if
they look at advanced stats too.
Yeah,
like,
if they see like
points per 36.
if they see that he never really slowed down at all, and he just continued, and Dallas.
Well, but like
Dallas finished second or third in the conference.
What I like about this is so far, as good as Dallas has been, Porzingis has kind of just looked like like if you imagine like
an extreme secondary role.
Yeah, but like imagine you had a hand.
Yeah.
Well, you have a hand.
Yeah.
Imagine
you had a hand. All right,
imagine that your hand had a thumb that was twice as large as any of your other fingers. That's what Porzingis looks like on the court. It's just a thumb waddling around, once in a while catching a pass and kicking it out, and once in a while taking a shot, taking a mid-range shot. Like
he's awful.
Just
he looked good like the first 5 games.
He looked good. The first game without Luka, they won, and he looked good.
But listen, he's a good player. It's just that I don't see it. It's not He's not a first player. He's not a first guy anymore.
Which is also okay.
Yeah, because he's still young too. But he's not going to be your primary guy. And I think that's good that he's in a good situation with Luka.
So is it just me or does Luka not look particularly athletic? And I don't understand how he gets to the basket.
He's not very like when he runs and stuff.
Yeah, Dirk he's powerful, right? Like he's strong.
Yeah, Dirk Nowitzki was the same way though.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
He's a Dallas type.
Yeah.
Mark Cuban is the type of girl.
Shooters.
And his girl is Dirk Nowitzki.
Shooters. It's like they're just very different.
Yeah.
European.
But Don just gets to the hoop too.
Yeah.
He's
I'm saying
he's strong. It just takes him a long time to get there.
Yeah. So European guys, it's like, they're mostly shooters, so they're more outside guys, so they don't really have that explosion. They're just very good. You know?
A couple players that were very good and broiled in conversation. It was on the Ringer podcast. Kevin Garnett sounded off on how the Celtics broke LeBron.
2012, the famous season that's commemorated in this movie.
Yes.
Derrick Rose gets hurt.
Wow.
Philly, Boston, all of a sudden seems like, whoever gets out of this. Miami, who knows? Miami hasn't won the title yet. Celtics get through Philly. Rondo's making threes.
He was getting better.
But those were clutch, major threes.
He was getting better.
Going to the Miami series, 2-2 at Miami Game 5.
Right.
Celtics win in Miami. And they're talking all kinds of shit to LeBron. All kinds of shit that whole game. Correct or incorrect? You're trying to get in his head. You feel like you can break LeBron at this point.
We broke LeBron.
In Game 5.
So get your out of here with that, all right? You understand how you got the Cleveland, how you got the Miami bill? You remember
That's
that?
true. You broke them in 2010.
So remember that, all right?
Fair
so
enough.
Stop bringing that up, all right?
Fair enough.
So they was talking to him, okay? The media. And the league knew that they had an agenda in which we wasn't part of the agenda. You understand? Right. And that's how they ended up winning that series. Yeah, I said it.
Do you think you pushed LeBron too far in Game 5?
Because
Game 6, he was unbelievable. You think you gave him the eye of the tiger?
Pushed him too far?
Nothing?
Man, listen, let me say something to you. The C's, we didn't give a about LeBron. We didn't fear LeBron, and we didn't think that he can beat all 5 of us. And that's how it felt. He was trying to consolidate because he didn't want the pressure on him. You understand?
See, now we're getting somewhere. See?
But you see what you did?
I'm still mad about it. I feel like we could have beaten them.
I'm sure, but we weren't part of the agenda.
Yeah.
The agenda was Miami. He wasn't going to Miami to be like Cleveland. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Wade did break Rondo's elbow.
What you trying to say?
And didn't even get suspended.
He tried to.
That's why I brought this clip. I wanted you to.
That's sensitive to all of us.
He's trying to.
Listen, a lot of people think that it's sports. If
So
you
he's
had
trying to
D-Wade, Chris Bosh and LeBron over in this corner, you had me, TA. I'm just making these names up. Maybe Paul and Rondo right here.
Yeah.
It'll be a what's up, and it'll be cool and respect, but it won't be any like fraternize. It ain't gonna be like, yo, how the family. It won't be none of that. No.
Okay. I'm very confused. He went all over the place.
Yeah.
So it started off with talking about how LeBron
So before
won
we do
Game
that,
5.
we don't really do this because we're not so much a live show, although we are live.
Yeah.
We have breaking news.
We're breaking stuff.
The Jaguars have fired Tom Coughlin as per Eagle.
Who?
Can you say it into your microphone? Yes, I'm staring angrily at you.
As per Tom Pelissero, the Jaguars have just fired Tom Coughlin.
Tom Pelissero, breaking news.
Thank you, Tom. So, not surprising. And also, like, couldn't they just have, like, gone to see Tom, like, hey, dude, you're, like, older than time. Can you just retire? Because we don't want to fire you because you're a nice dude.
Louis C.K. has a good bit, and he's talking about one of the security guards at the airport, and he's like, he was so old, like he was at least forever.
yeah.
So old.
Tom Coughlin's age.
Exactly. Yeah. He's at least forever.
Yeah.
At least. And but why fire him now? There's 2 games left.
It's true.
Fuck?
Do you really?
You're not in the playoffs.
He's not
How
even
stupid can
He's
you
not even a coach. Like, do you need that much of a head start to get an executive? Here's the thing: if you want an executive, get someone who's not a 90-year-old head coach.
Yeah.
Get someone like with an MBA, just like an executive you would hire anywhere else.
So who's gonna take over?
Who coached the Giants? Jim Fossil.
Imagine Rex. Rob Ryan. Rob Ryan is the new GM. Cut his hair.
Yeah. No, or the
Fuck, I should apply.
Go off the board. Get Ryan Reynolds.
Hey, you know what? Outside perspective.
Yeah, absolutely.
New ideas, fresh.
Yeah.
Because we're running out of them.
He's hot now. So
Gardner Minshew.
Just cast him like you cast in movies.
Yeah. Gardner Minshew. Maybe we can put him in a movie. Maybe we just go YOLO. Fuck this shit. We just start going for the stars. We don't really care about Super Bowls. It's a freak show every game.
Yeah.
Have everybody with
Collective.
mustaches one day. Maybe the next day everybody gets a tattoo on their face. You know? Just
get
change
Mike Tyson.
Change it up.
That's a good way to get Mike Tyson on your team.
Change it up.
Face that.
Because hiring 90-year-old coaches.
So
ain't
what the
gonna
fuck
work.
is Kevin Garnett saying?
So Kevin Garnett, at first it started off with him asking why they lost the game 5 to the Cleveland Cavaliers.
They beat Cleveland
in game
five.
5.
And then game 6, LeBron disassembled the Celtics.
Yeah.
And he was saying that it was a league narrative.
Yeah, so that he was going to go to Miami. But what does Miami have to do with the game
He was saying
Cleveland
something
and Boston?
okay, so from what I understand, he was saying that like he needed to assemble pieces to beat
To
Boston.
win.
But hey, KG, what do you think Boston did?
Yeah.
Because like Ray Allen
wasn't
there.
drafted there.
You weren't drafted.
You
there.
were drafted.
Paul Pierce was drafted. That's fair.
Rajon
But
Rondo
Paul
was
Pierce
drafted.
was kind of like the D Wade of that team,
Yeah.
right? Like.
But then he says after, he's like, they're over there and we're over here.
Also him and Rondo don't get along. So if you notice that Bill Simmons kept saying like Rondo was shooting threes, it's like he was getting better. Like they were clutch. Oh, he's getting better.
Oh, Kevin Garnett, maybe not make fun of Charlie Villanueva saying that he looks like a cancer patient, or maybe not make fun of. Who else did he make fun of? He made fun of Tim Duncan's mom on Mother's Day when she died.
Yeah, he doesn't give a fuck. That's what he's known for, though.
Yeah, but exactly. Apparently, like your floor seats at the Celtics or whatever, if Kevin Garnett's playing, it's like you're dying.
Well, you would have because he's not playing.
I mean, if he was playing, if you had floor seats,
yeah,
it was like very entertaining.
Yeah,
very entertaining. And very. Like,
he's one of the greatest trash talkers of all time, and he's a great player. But I will say,
he's a great
if you take Kevin Garnett and you put him on those Cavs teams, he doesn't get to the finals with that Cavs team.
And other than LeBron.
I'm saying if you take LeBron out and you put KG there,
I agree with that.
And the other thing,
KG's not he's like the Kristaps example. He's not the number one guy.
Well, I mean,
he was
better than Kristaps.
Yeah, I'm saying like
especially defensively.
He had to take on a secondary, maybe a third role on that Celtics team.
Yeah,
it was Paul Pierce's show.
Offensively, defensively, he was the lockdown defender.
Defensively, Kevin Garnett. I don't think there's many that are like him as good as him for sure. But he had to take like a third.
He was the
role.
first big that could defend the perimeter, defend inside.
Exactly.
Chris Bosh then perfected that. He never got the credit for that, but absolutely. But I will say that I love that he says that they broke LeBron, who then went
and broke
to 10 straight NBA finals.
We broke LeBron.
He won 3 championships after that.
So maybe you sprained him for a game.
Maybe like you
sprained his ankle, not like Luka Doncic injury.
Maybe you fucked up his order. Like he wanted a Big Mac, you brought him Chicken Vic Jr.
Yeah, like what's the equivalent to how you broke him? Did you like did you leave out the sauce in a poutine?
Or like you're really insecure about what you're working with to the girl's like, yeah, it's so big, you broke me open, but like
yeah, it's really not. I mean, define broken. Kevin, we're waiting.
Eagle, define broken. Define what Kevin Garnett means by broken.
He's gonna Google. What does Kevin Garnett think of being?
That's his job. His job is to research.
His job is to Google, basically.
There's a song from Lovely the Band from 2017 called "Broken," and the lyrics go, "I like that you're broken, broken like me. Maybe that makes me a fool. I like that you're lonely, lonely like me. I could be lonely with you."
Makes sense. So what you're saying is this is a
voice.
love poem from Kevin Garnett to LeBron James.
Imagine he sent it to him. Yeah, carrier pigeon.
He's trying to get it on.
What song is that? Can you? We can't play it. It sounds familiar.
No, we can't play it. Devils trade Taylor Hall.
Oh yeah,
this has been the most speculative thing. And like the thing is, I actually kind of feel bad for the Devils because I felt like they were doing everything to keep him. I think it felt like they were moving in the right direction, and then it just didn't work.
Well, it's like
I think it's a classic
fired their coach
example
already.
of trying to buy talent. It doesn't work that way if the team doesn't gel.
Well, they didn't buy Hall.
Well, no, but I mean, like, they tried to buy in the offseason. They did a whole bunch of changes, right? They brought in defensemen. They brought in forwards.
They brought in Subban, who hasn't really done well.
He hasn't played well.
They
I mean, his back is still bothering him.
They had Jack Hughes. They drafted Jack Hughes, who, for now, he's not great. I mean, he hasn't been playing good.
Well, but he's like 18 years old.
Yeah, exactly. It's his first year, so he'll
Fired
be
their
fine.
coach.
He's
I
gonna
think
be
they
one of the
lost
best
like the
players.
first 6 games or something. And it's one of those years where you do everything right from like a management perspective, and it just doesn't work. Like it's just straight up
and
not
I gotta
working.
say, like, it's pretty cool. Like, it seems as though Taylor Hall was straightforward and saying, like, guys, it's my last year. I'm not gonna sign here. Make a move.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
know what I mean? So,
I mean, with Taylor Hall, it's. I don't think he wanted to go to Arizona, but whatever, it is what it is. He's going to a good situation.
well, but at least like
he's playing in the desert.
But, like, the Devils
great
got
golf.
something. Yeah, he'll get good at golf easy.
Yeah. And Taylor Hall's a fucking dime piece, man. He's a good-looking guy.
Yeah.
But he'll-
much better than Drew Brees.
He'll do
like that
fine.
much.
He'll do great in Arizona, actually.
Yeah.
Great. And because they're a young team kind of coming up. They have good goaltending. They have one of the best defensemen in the league in Ekman Larson. They have a bunch of young talent. I like what they're going to be doing. Now with Hall, it changes things for them in the West. And the West is so open. Phoenix is going to make Arizona is going to make the playoffs.
Yeah, I keep on the Phoenix too.
Yeah.
I keep on the Phoenix too. And like also like San Diego Chargers. Shut up, you're San Diego Chargers.
Yeah.
I don't care
This is
what.
LA
You could be
shit.
in London next year. You're still the San Diego Chargers.
The only cities that are allowed having 2 teams are Chicago and New York, because they've had 2 teams forever.
Yeah,
LA.
I see what you mean.
LA, no.
I see what you mean.
LA has the Lakers and the Clippers, but really, the Clippers, are they a team?
Yes.
Well, this year they are.
Very much are.
Before this year, were they a team, really?
No, not at all. Not at all. UFC 245 hit, and of course the big fight there is
the huge one.
Usman and Covington.
Yeah, so everybody's freaking out about this one. This is good because Covington represent. Can you get me a picture of Covington in one of his cheap blue suits there, Eags?
Well, he came decked out in MAGA gear.
Yeah. So he's playing this role. It's classic. Yeah. It's classic. It's a classic Covington role. It's like he starts talking about Trump.
I searched Covington blue, and it's a type of paint.
Put that on the screen.
Yeah. We want to see the paint. Maybe Duke can use it for another thing, like a backsplash
or his house.
Yeah,
Covington blue.
Sure. So Covington is like, he's playing this fucking role, man. He talks shit to everybody. He wins a fight. He calls Brazilians low pieces of trash or something. He went crazy.
Covington blue.
Oh, that's a nice fucking color, man.
That's actually really nice.
I'm
Make your living room great again.
Really available at Benjamin Moore.
Oh, that's a really nice color.
Yeah. Guess
what the studio is going to be colored?
Green, because
we need it.
Because that.
What? Show us Covington green. So now. So he's just playing this fucking role, and everybody's biting into it. So everybody hates him.
Yeah.
More people wanted to see him lose.
It was fun to see him get his face punched in, though.
So he broke his jaw. Apparently,
Yeah.
he fractured it, and it was a lot of people were cheering about that. But he was winning. He won rounds. I had a 2-2 going into the 5th, and obviously Usman was winning the 5th round even before he knocked him out. So
Yeah.
he would have won the fight anyway. But one judge had it 3-1 Colby going into the 5th, and I'm like, what are you smoking? Give me some.
Yeah, it
You know?
seemed like, again, I always defer to your expertise because you know the sport more than I do. I just love watching.
Look at how cheap that suit
motherfuckers.
is. Look at how cheap this suit is with the MAGA hat and that belt. That's the interim championship that they took away from him.
The amount of
He's not even
polyester
wearing
he's
a belt on
right
his
now.
suit.
My God.
Yeah, no belt. This guy's classic. You know, at the last press conference, he was sitting there reading Donald Trump Jr.'s Triggered book. He was like, well, there's like all the champions are behind him in like a panel, and he's just sitting there. And he's just pretending to read the book. He's such a good troll. And then he lost. And then he blamed the ref, which isn't a good look.
Well, but it fits.
It fits, exactly.
But
I'm happy he did it. You know why? Because some guys would be like, when you're humble in defeat, a lot of these guys are humble in defeat. And
Fuck that.
Yeah, exactly. So he's like, I'm not going to be like good fight Kamaru after I talk shit to him for the last couple of years. I'm going to continue being my character because eventually I'm going to be in WWE.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
I can
anyway,
see
good for
it.
him. Good for Usman. Crazy knockout, and he's a sick fighter. It's going to happen again, this fight, for sure.
Eagle, what
Very
time
soon.
is it?
Time for
Games
some rapid
of
fire.
the
No,
week.
it's
I
not
thought
Games of the
you were
Week.
gonna screw it up and confuse it with the other podcast.
I was absolutely not going to screw it up.
I didn't write a description
Do
for
I
you.
look like Duke? Like, really?
I didn't write a description for you for the first topic, so describe it.
Go.
Okay, so we have a master debate So basically, you guys know Stephen A. Smith. He always finds something to say. He's on TV about 18 hours a day.
Yeah.
So someone has managed to find a way to edit himself, debating himself, because he expresses both sides of an argument.
Cowherd does this often.
He does this with Stephen A.
No, he does it where one day he talks about one one side, and then the other day he defends it.
Did not have an opportunity to talk to you about. I want you to go there. Then I ain't interested in this stuff. Who's older? Kevin Durant is the second best player in the world. Period. No wonder Jalen Rose almost walked off the set on you. You've got to be crazy. Kevin Durant is the greatest player we have ever seen in our lives. I'm gonna call the bosses today. You should be banned from talking basketball. What I'm gonna say to you is a couple of things. Number one, you need to be drug tested immediately. Because I got news for you. When it comes to basketball, baby, sit back and take notes. Let me tell you something. LeBron James is the best player in the world. Do you realize that Kevin Durant is not a shooter? He's a scorer, and he can shoot in a streaky fashion, but he is nowhere near the marksman that LeBron James is. He could have hit Broadway if it were empty. I think you're biased against skinny people. That's what I think it is. You think you're biased against skinny people. Listen, Kevin Durant obviously don't have muscles. He didn't gain 57 pounds in muscle. Listen, I'm the guy that said that Kevin Durant's move to Golden State was weak. That doesn't mean he's weak. That doesn't mean he's not a superstar. That doesn't mean he's not being disrespected by the likes of you. Braun is a physical specimen, and his physical dominance is undeniable. I'm talking from a skilled perspective. Do you know how many things he can do? Hell no.
So first of all,
I never thought him
goat.
Yeah, big time. I never thought that he was. I didn't know he ever defended LeBron against Durant. Well, I didn't know that side. I always thought he was like a Kevin Durant
when you're
guy.
on TV 78% of the day,
your opinions
you're gonna say a lot of things.
Your opinions are gonna change a lot.
Also, it's okay for your opinions to change, right? Like,
my opinion changed a lot. My opinion changed on Lamar Jackson.
Just really quick too. Would you guys be down for like instead of what's the show? What's the show called?
Hot Sauce Sports?
Covefe Covington?
No, the Stephen A's show.
Oh, First Take.
First Take. Instead of First Take, you just have Stephen A. Smith
take
just going against himself.
Oh,
like
amazing.
filming both sides of the argument. I would love that.
Like
Just
a
give me more
Paul
Stephen
Rudd
A.
version of Stephen A. Smith, pretty much, where he clones himself.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
like you're the depressed Stephen A. Smith and a super happy one.
That part where he's like, you need to be drug tested is a lot funny because he's talking to himself. It's fucking hilarious.
He has to stay off the weed.
Jazz Hands, Utah Jazz is one of their fans, now famous for making racist comments directed to Russell Westbrook, is now suing the NBA superstar for $1 million. I think it's $100 million for harassment, basically. Discuss.
Maybe
I miswrote it. It was supposed to be 100 million. I just wrote 4 million.
You're welcome that I know this story.
Thanks, bud. But you're supposed to know the story, by the way.
Maybe he's right though.
Yo, Shinkizo, you're trash. Stop. Stop.
Maybe he's right.
Really?
No, I don't listen.
He deleted all his racist tweets off Twitter.
No. Maybe
before
he's
filing
I'm not denying that he's racist. I'm saying is that maybe the NBA did harass him.
Well, he was also saying that it's defamation of character because he said, according to him, he's now saying that he said that Russell Westbrook, instead of saying what Russell Westbrook claimed and saying that he should get on his knees like he's supposed to.
Yeah,
is what he said.
This was last year in the playoffs.
Yeah. Instead, he's insisting that he said, "Wrap your knees, and you'll play better later." Those two things don't even sound the same. There's different amount of words and syllables.
Wrap your knees, you'll play better later. Who are you to be suggesting how to physiotherapy somebody?
Maybe Shane.
Maybe he's a physiotherapist, and he's
all I know is
he's trying to get a new customer.
He's an all-day vegan chef.
Who gives a hoot? Lake George High School soccer team lost their first game in early November, and the coach decided to take the team to a restaurant to raise the kids' spirits. You guys have one guess which restaurant he selected.
Hooters.
Correct.
We all know it's Hooters.
Oh, okay.
It's a bad game because we
didn't-
share a group chat.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
I skimmed by that.
Would you take like a hockey team or something to Hooters if they lost the game?
So
it's a restaurant.
He's been coaching there for 30.
They're not naked.
Listen,
They're not naked.
I'm saying I'm body positive. I'm not going to shame these women for how they look. I think
If they've decided to show us their Hooters,
yeah,
which I will say, they don't all have Hooters.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
exactly.
Some of them are smaller than
maybe
others, which is
maybe they're
fine.
going for the wings.
It's the way
They
God
make
in-
good wings.
Yeah, it's the way God
The
intended.
one thing I noticed about Hooters was the taste of the wings.
Okay, but if you're a guy, if you're a sports guy,
Yeah. Eagles worried about where we're gonna go with that.
Barrel of issues. Serie A has an anti-racism campaign,
Oh, yeah.
and they decided to use monkeys in their posters that were behind them when they actually announced
Can
it.
you put that picture up?
I would if someone gave it to me. I will go find it.
You're allowed to look at the script before the show too. You know that, right?
Yeah, you don't have to be putting.
You don't have to do this all night. You can look and be like, "Hey, you know what? Pease and Terry put together this amazing script. What if I go out and look for the multimedia that I'm missing for the show?"
I myself am just a monkey. You put it on there, and I'll put it on the
I
screen.
feel like you chose the wrong topic to call yourself
a
that.
monkey. Yeah, I feel like it wasn't. It was very tone deaf. Your comment. Look at that. That is awful.
Europe sometimes.
Why the color?
Europe, you're my dude. Honestly, I love that you let your children drink. I love that your democracy is in shambles. I love that your money is worth so much for no reason. But the fuck is this?
Okay, what's stupider, this or Eagle? Get this picture up. The Greek health minister on anti-tobacco day smoking a cigarette on the panel.
Oh, but that's not his fault. He's just from Europe.
Hold on.
Yeah, that one right there. With the
So
white.
Eagle, Terry.
Look at this picture. Look at this picture. Wait, you gotta see it.
While we're waiting,
sorry. Yeah.
thoughts.
This is awful.
Yeah, it's bad. It's
Look at
bad.
this. Look at this. Look at this. It's it's the Greek minister of health. This is a panel on anti-tobacco day, and he's smoking a cigarette on the panel.
He looks less like a minister of health and more like a guy who runs a fake car wash to launder drugs.
Yeah, but it's proof that they don't care about health anyway. So what I think is, Serie good try. You know, you lost it. You lost this one. Take the L. Go on to the next one. Try
But
it again.
why? Like,
Try it again.
Why?
Try it again. And how many people had to approve this?
That's right.
That's my question. Is like, okay, if one guy said, "I'm taking care of all of it. This is all me." Okay, fine. One guy made a mistake. Whatever. But when like 5, 6, 7 people don't say anything, like you're fucking dumb.
I was once in a room. We're putting it.
Another thing that Italians are known for: nothing.
You know, all that art though.
Yeah.
Razor's Edge. WWE legend Scott Hall posted a picture of his Christmas
I didn't
tree,
see the picture.
but he forgot, he rather didn't get a nice angle of it, left a little bit too much of the room in the shot.
I love it. Oh my god. What movie are we watching though?
I want to know what the tags are.
Is that I could probably guess that actress though. I want to say it's probably in the comments. It's Brandy Love, I think.
Okay.
She's like
So
she
what-
does a lot of the MILF stuff.
What are the hashtags in this one?
Oh, the hashtags are oh, that's a good one. I don't know.
Also, how
all good. I like
What age did you get to when you realized MILFs were just women you were dating who were exactly your age?
That's a very good point.
Like it happened to me when I was
Today years old.
Oh, right. 46.
And last one, Mafia Buster. So Bill's Mafia, they love to shatter tables. We finally found their only weakness. It's not kryptonite. It's a reinforced.
I'm gonna do I'm gonna do
Nothing, Terry. Nothing, really.
I'm gonna
Turn it off. Fuck, it's so loud.
It was loud.
That's
Holy
it. That was all.
So I've actually,
But yeah, like
I've been to watch a game of Buffalo and I saw people jumping through tables. I was like, oh, these guys are crazy today.
Bill's
I didn't realize this is a thing they do all the time. Why are you jumping through tables? What's wrong with you? Alcohol. That's why they stopped serving alcohol in the first half in Buffalo. We now know. Oh, so I can't hear the song. Thank you, Terry.
You actually can't hear it?
We're having all sorts of trouble today, Eagle. You don't know what's going on in our heads. It's pretty bad.
You don't know what happens on this side of the
You
table.
don't know what happens
Eagle.
in my head, Eagles.
You don't know what happens.
I hear everything.
Yeah, thank you, Terry, for joining
My
us.
attempt at notes was
Yeah,
almost.
I saw you try to take notes.
No, I know what this is. I didn't do it after. I didn't do another one. Like I know there's a timestamp 1610.
What's the word you learned today?
Louis Riddick. Oh, it's gratuitous.
Gratuitous. Terry, thank you for taking a gratuitous amount of notes.
What
Eagle.
did you learn today?
What I learned today?
You learned that an all-day
vegan chef, Eagle of Master Control. And remember, you've been listening to Hot Sauce Sports. I said it!
That was actually pretty